What's the one statement I have repeatedly made since I started this channel? The World of Warcraft art team is without fucking peer. And if zones like Hallow Fall didn't make that crystal clear to you, then come on down to Undermined. I am in awe. I am in awe of this zone. The art is incredible. The attention to detail is stunning. And the music, magnificent. Just magnificent. And you pull it all together into a marvelous experience. Especially for me, since while I was waiting in queue, I went outside and had a couple sociables. Just got a little toasty and then brought that in here to tear it up. And my God, folks, have you seen anything like this in a game recently? I mean, I am just floored at how awesome this zone is. You know what the hardest thing about this zone really is? Looting. Yeah, oh my God, the lag was crazy. What do I always tell you about lag, family? Lag is love. You can't be upset about lag. Lag is just the community coming together to tear it up. I'm always proud of us as a community when we crash servers or cause a lot of lag. Anything that causes the technical part of Blizzard staff to really sweat and work, that's what I'm most proud of, because we need to work them out. They got to get better and better and better, because someday I want to have a world where there is no sharding or any of that. I just want there to be everybody in the world at once. And the only way the technology will get there is if we keep working them out, stressing them, breaking them over and over. The two complaints that I've seen that I think are pretty legit are, number one, it's pretty small. And number two, if you got the music and the lights and everything playing, it feels great when you first come in, but an hour in, sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. Be sure to hotkey your cut music, because sometimes it's nice just to cut the music for a little bit and run around. And then when you get back to cruising or whatever, you throw it back on. It is a little smaller than I thought it would be. I can see why people are concerned that it's a little small, but I think theme-wise and attention to detail and just the art and the color and the music, it's incredible. It's an incredible zone, and I'm just so happy with it. I mean, it's above and beyond expectation. As you're rolling around here doing everything, you can just feel the passion that went into this. And when you combine passion with the talent of the Blizzard art team and development team and all that went into this, it's a hell of a combination, and it's a hell of an experience. And if you haven't checked out Undermined or you haven't seen it, you need to get the hell in here and check it out. It's a lot of fun. I want to say, when it comes to the new D.R.I.V.E feature, one of the complaints I've heard from a lot of people is that it's a little much. When you're at max speed and then you hit that nitro in this small little zone, it's just completely overstimulating. It's hard to control, it's hard to manage, and it makes it really not that enjoyable. I've seen some people make that complaint. Let me give you a piece of advice of something that I learned that really helped me. Just come over here on your map to the shop or mechanic shop or whatever, and what you do is you come down to your engine right here, and instead of this Ultra engine, swap it over to the controlled cruiser. As you'll see, this significantly decreases top speed, and I found this to be very helpful as I was getting comfortable with the mechanic and also just getting used to the map. Part of all the drifting and high speed stuff gets a lot more manageable when you kind of get a feel for, the area and the layout. And until you do, you're just kind of running into walls and shooting all over the place. Putting on this controlled cruiser mode will help you kind of get comfortable with everything. And then when you're comfortable with everything, you can swap back to Fast and Furious mode. I saw a lot of people were like, I was so overwhelmed and overstimulated by the drive mechanic that I just went back to my old regular ground mount. Before you do that, maybe come try this controlled cruiser setting. I'm very much enjoying D.R.I.V.E as a mechanic, and I think it has exciting implications moving forward in the World of Warcraft. I mean, can you imagine if your ground mounts were flying around like this? It could just be incredible. I mean, as much as I love Pony, if he was moving around like my D.R.I.V.E mount, I think I would just pass out and die from elation. I don't think I could love anything more than that. It's a really cool feature. It can take a little getting used to, but I'm really excited for D.R.I.V.E. I think they did a very good job. If you're a fan of this channel, you may have noticed there's a new fishing pool in town, and Brother Oklahoma tore these up. You better believe it. Put the hat on, got the food buff, and really went at them. And I was able to pull some of these rare goldfish out of them, and I could not for the life of me figure out what the hell to do with them. And so I went ahead and went over to Wowhead, but according to the top post here, there was an NPC called Blair Bass that would take these fish as currency. It was going to be this whole Save the Fish of Undermined storyline, and you just fish them up and turn them into her to get stuff. But they got rid of her in the first release candidate, and they're saying she may have just been scrapped altogether, or maybe they're going to implement her later on as they release more content. For now, if you catch any of these goldfish, just hang on to them, because I am very hopeful that they're not going to cut fishing content from the patch. Because I know some people would feel like that's crossing fucking lines. Yeah. So let's pray to the light that that's not the case, and that they're just going to implement her a little later, and we're going to get to fish these up and get some cool stuff for all my fishing family out there. I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Remember, the most important thing, and really the only thing you have to do week 1, is have a good time. Have some fun. The gear treadmill's coming, and we're all going to hop on it, some of us longer than others. But this week you can just take your time, have some fun, check everything out, drift around the Undermined for a while. I think it's pretty clear that drifting around Undermined is the new hopping around Ironforge. I think that's pretty safe to say at this point. If you're not going to be able to get to this content until the weekend, don't feel rushed. You're not going to miss out on anything. It just takes a few hours and you knock everything out, so you're going to be just fine if you have to wait till the weekend to hit it. Don't feel stressed about it, but you are missing out. This is a pretty good time. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to Season 2, and I'm very, very excited to see all of you guys out here and how popular this has been. I think it's a good indication for the future of World of Warcraft, and I'm glad to hear that, both as a content creator and a fan. All right, everybody get back to having fun in Undermined. Oklahoma out.